you survived my brother. Let me know if you want to have a more calming time with me. Silly. We are the gift. One free ride with me or my brother.
Or perhaps you have greater ambitions yet.
So long as all are willing, I see no reason why we should deny ourselves.
Charming. For being a friend who helped Amira, we will charge a little less. Let's go. This is thrilling.
You're in safe hands.
Sharesa's caress isn't just about waiting your whistle. Dancing,
Look, you didn't sign a treaty permitting you to march a warband through my lands. You paid for sex.
As much as I enjoy when others watch, that wasn't included in the price.
Let's get going.
Look, you didn't sign a treaty permitting you to march a warband through my lands. You paid for sex.
At least things have stayed interesting.
Quite the merry little party we have assembled here. Shall we? I hope you're not afraid of the dark, my darling. I must snuff out the lights before we begin. It's all part of the experience. The room is bathed in total darkness, so there is nothing to distract from your ecstasy.
The lady, Nim, moves your hand to where the clasps of her blouse lie.
I can't quite believe it. A night of passion with the famous Halsin. I might faint before I can expend myself.
Legends spread of you throughout the city. We heard tell that you can change into a bear.
I hadn't realized I was that popular. But we must give the people what they want, mustn't we?
Will tonight at last be the night I die during an act of pleasure? You're a straight liar. I know this sort of matter requires days of recovery between sessions.
Doesn't it? How does it even fit?
The drow are filled with awe at your and Halsin's habits throughout the night, time and time again.
Give me a moment, for pity's sake. You've exhausted me already.
We recover quickly, but not that quickly. Even in the best of times, it's an oasis of pleasure and calm. In the city's chaos, with Baldur's Gate preparing for war, the caress feels like the final flicker of a beautiful flame before darkness falls.
Give me a moment.
We recover quickly, but not that quickly.
I have longed to hear your voice. Speak to me. Indeed. Our time with them was certainly bracing. Takes me back to some youthful misadventures in the Underdark. It was a long time ago. I was a foolhardy young druid, intent on seeing the beauty of nature's unworldly fauna and subterranean glow for myself. Certain events transpired, and I found myself a guest of a noble drow house for a time. Well, something between guest, prisoner, and consort, perhaps. The house matron took an interest in me, and the patron also. They saw me as a novelty, perhaps. I was chained in their bedchamber for nigh on 3 years. It was not ideal, but not without its positives either. I did what was necessary to survive, and perhaps a few things that were less than necessary. Don't misunderstand me. I feared for my life and wanted my freedom back, but I was willing to wait for my moment. And eventually it came. Lolth's noble houses are constantly at each other's throats. And eventually, some rivals of my hosts sought to unseat them. It was chaos, drow against drow, the clash of blades echoing throughout caverns, the feel of warm blood that I could not see. I took my chance and fled while all were distracted. I never looked back until I breathed fresh air again. And never learned what came of my hosts. Indeed. Perhaps I carry more resentment than I realize. Time can prove to be a trickster on one's recollections. What would be multiple lifetimes for others now separate me from my captivity. Perhaps I have lost perspective on what happened to me. I have not had true confidence for some time. The Shadow Curse robbed me of almost all my peers and replaced them with the weight of responsibility. Perhaps that caused me to gild undeserving memories of my youth. I am lucky to have your counsel. It was sorely needed. What word, my love?
Give me a moment.
We recover quickly, but not...
Let them see you taking charge.
Exactly.
I presume you've found something interesting to discuss, if you're interrupting me again? You're telling me more than one person has been killed? In Baldur's Gate? You must have something better than that. I need hard evidence and a motive. Why would someone else kill Lorgan? How can we be sure it wasn't Brilgor? It was the height of arrogance, then, to disturb me. Don't come back unless you've got something worth saying.
Step off, chum. I can hear...